I'm not alone in calling the Resident Evil Remake a masterpiece of survival horror, so to properly honor a game of this caliber on its upcoming 20th anniversary, I've got something big.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
What is it?
We'll be investigating the Biohazard Kaitai Shinsho, and at 384 pages, it's a lot to sink your teeth into. There are secrets like zombies that cheat death, and it looks like I've finally solved the mystery of Earth Basher. I'll also talk about the stars of the game as we read their unexpectedly in-depth bios and more. So grab a can of fizz. I'm Will from Raccoon City Cinema, and welcome to Resident Evil Remake, Secrets from the Guidebook. There's an incredible 50 secret features. While a lot are obvious and well known, there were a few surprises kept hidden for 20 years. So join me and I'll quickly run through them all. Keep in mind this book is for the GameCube version, but I've included info for the HD remaster as well. Number 1. The hard difficulty is unlocked after completing the game. The HD remaster has the newly added Very Easy mode. You'll also notice the descriptions for the difficulties have been altered. Number 2. Real Survival mode is unlocked by completing the game on normal or hard. This recreates the conditions of the original PlayStation prototype when it was first developed. There's no auto-aim, item boxes aren't connected, and the difficulty is fixed to hard. Number 3. Invisible Enemy mode is unlocked by completing Real Survival or clearing Chris and Jill's campaign on normal or hard. As you can guess, enemies are invisible and auto-aim doesn't work. You can see enemies from their reflections, using mirrors, or sticking them with a dagger. Yawn will kick up some dust too. It's also strange how this one corpse here disappears. Number 4. One dangerous zombie introduces a zombie strapped with explosives who will chase you down. If you attack it, it'll explode and be game over. The book says it looks like Bravo Team member Forrest and has the abilities of a Crimson Head. After it appears, Forrest's corpse will disappear from the terrace. So they just hint that it's Forrest, but don't confirm it is him. The bomb zombie will replace certain zombies throughout the mansion, like this one behind the cabinet. It's unlocked by clearing both Chris and Jill's campaigns on normal or hard, and can't be turned off. Number 5. In the HD remaster, you can change costumes from the beginning of the game with the added option of the BSAA costumes. But in the original version, you need to get the closet key by completing the game and then change from the closet. Number 6. Clearing the game in a certain time will unlock new weapons, under 5 hours for Barry's Samurai Edge and under 3 hours for the Infinite Rocket Launcher. That's only for normal or hard. Number 7. By completing Invisible Zombie mode, you can see a special message by director Shinji Mikami and a collection of unused original art. Number 8. If you press the R button down on the control stick and A button at the same time, you'll do a half downward attack and hit an enemy further away than a regular downward attack. You can do a half upwards attack too, but the chance of a headshot is low. Number 9. Barry's Samurai Edge is capable of shooting a 3-round burst by holding the action button. Actually, you can do this with a normal handgun too. If you press the action button about 0.4 seconds after the first shot, you can fire up to 3 times. If you practice enough, it'll be more reliable than any person. Number 10. Explosive weapons cause splash damage that hits multiple enemies nearby. However, if you open the inventory or move to another room immediately after the hit, you won't deal additional damage. This also happens if a cutscene starts, which is likely to occur during the Plant 42 battle. Number 11. You can shorten the firing animation by releasing the R trigger after shooting and moving. This is most noticeable with the shotgun and grenade launcher. Number 12. Weapons that hit multiple targets like the shotgun and magnum have a fixed number of targets they can hit, a maximum of 3. Number 13. By rapidly pressing the run button, you can move upstairs more quickly. This is of course the speedrunning skill known as stair skating. Number 14. There are 21 places where enemies will appear if certain conditions are met, like walking past a line or getting an item. You can stop some zombies coming through doors by killing them in advance in the other room. Number 15. If you want to wake up a Crimson Head waiting to ambush you, you can try to burn it and it'll jump up without you losing any kerosene. Number 16. If you use a grenade on a zombie and move to another room before the explosion, the enemy will die and the corpse disappear. In that case, nearby enemies won't be damaged by the explosion. Also, if you used a dagger, you won't be able to retrieve it. So it's best to stick around for the fireworks. Number 17. Enemies that cheat death. Attacking an enemy's legs until their HP is 0 will cause them to fall forward. If you leave the room before the animation finishes and then return to the room, the enemy's HP will reset, and they'll act as if nothing happened. Number 18. Destroy both arms on a crimson head, and it'll die instantly. But it's much easier to aim for the head, so I'll take their word for it. Just look at this picture. Number 19. Become immune to Yawn's poison. When you're bitten by Yawn, you can be severely poisoned and only cured with the serum. By using the serum during the Yawn fight, you can't be poisoned again. Of course, to get it, you have to let Richard die. Sorry, Richard.
Ouch!
Number 20. After defeating Plant 42, you can shoot its roots before leaving and it will leak water.
We got to the root of the problem.
Number 21. An enemy that can't fly but is airborne for a split second will not have their HP fall to 0 while it is in the air. You can't knock down Lisa Trevor when she jumps from the step. And if you hit a spider as it falls, you won't be able to kill it until it's on the ground. But this one I couldn't recreate. Number 22, 23, and 24 are 3 cutscenes that will play out differently depending how you enter it. Number 22. Approach Barry from the left or right side of the table.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
I should also mention the hidden scenes returning to Wesker.
That gunfire. I'm counting on you to investigate, Jill.
Sure thing, Wesker.
Got cold feet already? That's not like you.
Who is it?
You! Freeze! Get away from him, Jill! He's insane! What the hell?
We better report this to Wesker.
If you do this in the original game, it'll give more time for the zombie to eat Kenneth, and you'll find him all torn up. Number 23. When searching for Wesker, you can come down from the stairs or from behind on the left.
Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris, and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay then, I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh! I almost forgot. It's a lockpick. You'd make better use of it.
Thanks. I may need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
Number 24. Use the crank 3 times, and the boulder scene will change depending on how you avoid it. There were 2 more scenes I never noticed played out differently. Talk to your partner in the cell while the door is locked for this scene.
Chris?
Jill,
Chris? Wesker's the...
I know. I can't open it. Just wait, I'll be back.
Okay.
And then you'll get this reunion after it's
Jill,
unlocked.
Sorry I made you wait.
I knew you'd come.
Let's get out of here.
Or wait till the door is unlocked before first talking to
Jill?
them.
Chris!
You're okay.
Chris, it's Wesker. He...
I know. But first, let's get out of here.
And the second one is, if you check on Rebecca before leaving the Tyrant room, you get this scene.
Rebecca!
Chris.
It's a good thing you were wearing your bulletproof vest. There's nothing left for us to do here. Let's get moving.
Okay.
But if you try to leave without checking on her, you get this kind of
Chris!
awkward scene.
Rebecca, you're alive!
Yeah.
There's nothing left for us to do here. Let's get moving.
Number 25. There are certain camera angles you can only see once. The angle in the sandwich room, and the first time entering the residence. Speaking of unique angles, don't forget to check the prison cell before escaping. You can see the point of view from the security camera. Number 26. You can catch a sneak peek at Lisa Trevor by heading to the window when you hear her enter. Number 27. Make zombies float by killing them on the stairs in the right spot. Number 28. Too hot for TV. Normally when you die, you'll see your character on screen, but if you get eaten or blown up, well, I guess they can't show that. Number 29. Stay on the title screen and a demo video will play. There are 2 different videos for each of the 2 GameCube discs. Interestingly, the HD remaster also has similar videos, but they've been recreated using the new alternate controls. Number 30. It looks painful, but it's really not. Sometimes a character will react like they're getting hurt, but they're not actually taking any damage. Get too close to a burning corpse? Don't worry. Go on, touch the spinning blades. Just don't get crushed by it. And get your electrical properties without that pesky TG virus. Number 31. Here's all the places that Rebecca can go. Number 32. Normally Rebecca can't pick up items, but there is a way to get her to pick up daggers. Use a dagger as Chris and then destroy the zombie's head. When playing as Rebecca, you can pick it up and equip it. She can even use them too. Number 33. How to return Rebecca to the West storage room. After treating Richard, Rebecca will wait in the storage room. As the game progresses, she'll move to other locations, but you can have her return by doing the following. If Rebecca is in the bar, visit the main hall after getting the gold emblem. Number 34. You can watch Rebecca activate the self-destruct by returning to the power room. Number 35. When playing as Jill, there is a way to read the entire researcher's will, which is usually torn and incomplete. After meeting Barry on the 2nd floor terrace, immediately go to the researcher's private room. Note that seeing Forrest's corpse is essential for reading the full letter. To see Barry on the 2nd floor, you'll need to get the dog whistle and avoid the Jill sandwich scene, or you'll get this one instead, and Barry won't be there. Number 36. How to stop the in-game timer. During timed events like getting Richard the Serum, the timer will be stopped basically anytime the player isn't in control of the character. So the status screen, moving between rooms, ladders, elevators, and event scenes. Number 37. How deep can you go into the monster plant? Try to walk into the monster plant and you'll be whipped back, but walk backwards and you'll be pushed in. This is the closest you can get because there's an invisible wall. The vines take away your health, but they don't kill you. Number 38. The VJolt file says that you may create toxic gas, but there's only 2 combinations that make the gas, so it's actually a little difficult. Number 39. The most careless way to die. Normally the wall is stopped by the stone statue, but if you manage to get on the other side of it and try to push it back out, you'll be crushed and suffer the most embarrassing death. Well, that one's on you. Number 40. To get the blue jewel, you don't even need to push the statue off the balcony. Just come back after getting the helmet key, and someone did it for you. Was that you, Barry? Gotta love Barry. Number 41. How to attack the bomb zombie. Any hits on the bomb zombie will result in a game over when it explodes. But there is a way to attack it, if you can get another enemy to hit it. Number 42. The playing manual will automatically update as you progress and pick up items. Number 43. There's what appears to be a cameo from Resident Evil 2's Tofu if you enter the password from the original game, MOLE, on your second playthrough. The book doesn't say if it's Tofu, and just says the computer speaks with an Osaka accent, where Capcom's headquarters are. Tofu was voiced by programmer Katsutoshi Karatsuma in both the original RE2 and the RE2 remake.
Guess there's no keeping down the Grim Reaper, huh?
Number 44. Turning with more momentum. Normally a quick turn moves you 180 degrees around, but do it when you're hurt and holding a heavy weapon and you'll turn 195 degrees. Number 45. Move quickly through maps by holding down the action button before you approach doors and ladders. Number 46. There are different idle animations or board poses depending on which weapon is equipped. Sadly, Rebecca doesn't get bored. Number 47. Save files have a different color for each game mode. The HD Remaster has 8 save slots compared to the GameCube's 5. Number 48. Loading screen messages are random. Here's the chance you have to get each one. Number 49 tells you what's written on some items, but with the HD Remaster you can clearly read the text for yourself. And I discovered that the smaller text on the serum and the herbicide isn't gibberish, but rather Japanese words written in the English alphabet. So if you haven't already, be sure to check out my video revealing what it said. There were a few surprises. And I finally solved the mystery of the last word on the herbicide. It says, Code Veronica mo yoroshiku ne, which can be interpreted as, please buy or play Code Veronica 2, which is a message I fully support.
Got it?
And if that wasn't enough reason to like and subscribe, I have a theory for what Earth Basher means. We know now the text isn't gibberish, and if you type out Basher in Japanese, it would look like this, Basha, which is really close to Bashan, meaning a splashing noise. You know, after dropping something in water. Yeah, like that. I'm guessing the final N was dropped so it looks more English. I can't say for certain, but either way, you've got a cool piece of trivia to stump all your friends with, and something to spice up your Tinder profile. On a side note, I do like how the brand of disc is Parasol, which the author guesses is a subsidiary of Umbrella. Speaking of text, there's the well-known tombstone with Greek lettering, which apparently phonetically spells out Capcom. In the HD Remaster, the text isn't legible, but it's much clearer in the Crimson Head Elder room.
You did a fine job.
And finally, number 50. Each costume has a unique results screen, and I'll let you find them all. The results screens from the HD Remaster include more information than the original, which only had time. Moving on from the secrets, the guide lays out a lot of technical details too. Something interesting about healing is that there's a 50% chance of restoring additional health when using a healing item while in danger. Normally a green herb will restore 25%, but when used while in danger, there's a 50-50 chance of restoring 40% of your HP. Same with 2 greens and a blue will normally restore 60%, but that can go up to 80%. It's a cool little risk-reward mechanic. Here is the walk and run speeds for each character. Chris is faster and suffers less of a damage penalty. Each character has a different chance to land a critical hit. Chris is from 8 to 32 shots. Jill and Rebecca are from 17 to 25. And something interesting I saw from the speedrunner Carcinogen SDA is that the shotgun's first shot can always decapitate a zombie. Remake introduced defensive items that can be used to avoid taking damage if attacked from the front. The dagger lowers enemy health by a maximum of 50%. The grenade will explode randomly between 3 to 5 seconds and do 500 damage. Chris can be hurt too. The stun gun will take 70 to 90% of enemy health. Characters vary slightly in the weapon timing too. Chris is generally faster. The number of hit points for each character is different too. Fire damage deals 1% in 0.08 seconds. Poison takes 1 hit point every 0.6 seconds.
Poison.
Speaking of status conditions, if you look into the game files, you can see an unused condition called Panic. We're not even halfway through the book, so join me for part 2 as we look at the characters. In the meantime, let me know your secrets from Remake, like how George Trevor's diary is dated November 31st, but November only has 30 days. Thanks to Afonso Markman for that. And if you haven't already, check out my video about the little-known Japan-only demo for Remake, known as Biohazard Special Edition. If you want to see more like this, I do need your support in any way you can. Translating, recording, and editing this video took months. You could say it was like climbing a mountain, fulfilling, but took a lot of work. Subscribing, liking, and sharing are great ways to help out. Thank you.